Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today we're going to be going into the Weald to level up some of our apprentices just because, well, I wanted to get Priscilla and some of the others up to veteran level so we can continue leveling up some other people. And just because there's not really too much to pick for with the veterans. I could go back into the runes, but we were doing that quite a bit and I kind of want to go back into that with champions. We're going to be leveling up these people here. So we're going to be starting off with Varsh. I think that's how it told me to pronounce that. It's a Polish name. I thought I remembered him being Polish. I'm actually going to bring this up now. I tried to go with the Polish name because I thought people told me that he was Polish and Maciek had already died. So, yeah, I just picked a random Polish name that I could find. So Varsh. We have Varsh. So he's going to be in front, doing a lot of damage and, well, also doing some weird shenanigans. So we have Fungal Claw on him, which is going to be doing more damage because of trinkets and moving him forward because of the Dark Tincture. So we're going to be starting off with actually Slink Back. So that's going to blight stuff. If it blights, it ignores riposte and stealths him. So that throws him back into 3 and 4. And then Fungal Claw is going to move him forward if he doesn't use move up from above first, which moves him back into the front rows. Then we have Fungal Claw, which once again is going to be his main attack move, plus 50% damage and plus 15 crit on it, so it's going to be doing a lot of damage. Chill Chuck can also mark for him, so it might be doing a considerable amount of damage here. And then we also have people bleeding, so we have the Mother's Arrow doing plus damage versus bleeding, so he has a lot of synergies with this entire group. We're going to see how high we can get the Fungal Claw doing damage. And then we have Skin Prey just to get us some extra money should that be a thing. But then to go into his trinkets, we have the Dark Tincture, so on melee attack that's going to move him forward. His melee attacks are Fungal Claw. Then plus 50% damage and plus 15 crit if stealthed. Slink Back will stealth him for 3 rounds. And then he has the Mother's Arrow from the, what's her name technically? It was the, I need to find her back now. The Talon Brigands Matriarch. So, got a trophy for beating her, the Mother's Arrow. So plus 20% damage versus bleeding, which we have 2 characters who can bleed here, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. And on monster kill, heal 10% of his max HP. So that's going to be his main source of damage. He also has evasive, so a little bit more dodge there. Then we're just bringing Baldwin II just because we can for more damage, mainly doing chop and hew. Revenge if I really feel like if we find a boss, and Slimity as a self-heal. Shining Armlet, which should be a rework from something from Trinkets Plus, giving him plus 15 accuracy as a base, plus 20 if he gets marked for some reason. And then the Ancestor's Pen giving him plus 10 melee crit, plus 10% melee damage, just so Chop and Hew do more damage. We have Samuel, our new half-foot, doing mark weak point just for the mark, bypassing stealth, doing a few debuffs there. Jugular Shot, bypassing stealth once again, bleeding stuff. Blinding Knife, bypassing stealth once again, lowering their accuracy and bleeding them. And if I want someone else to ignore stealth, I have Guide Attack and also Clearing Stun. He also has the Ancestors Map for better scouting, and Murder Humanities as a just bleed everything, and extra bleeding versus marked. We then have Whitlock, our new Courier Hunter, with Serrated Cane as her main attack, bleeding the front 2 rows, moving her back, upping her speed. Then for a heal, we have either the Old Blood healing for 5 to 6, de-stressing herself by 3, Courier Bell healing the entire party for 1 to 2 extra if she is afflicted, and then stressing her out 3 for 3. It's a little bit of a horror. Curing Blight and Bleed, stressing out all the heroes and debuffing her speed, and then Phantasm Shell, which will stress her out 3 for 3 once again, but giving a huge damage buff, 32% damage and 7 crit. I also have the Umbilical Cord, which is really, really gross if you ask me, but ups her horror duration, ups the healing she does, ups the stress she does. But on friendly skill, which is like the Old Blood or Phantasm Shell, up the target's damage by 10% damage per 25 stress they have. And then I just have the Ancestor's Portrait on her so she levels up faster. Let's go into the Weald. We might run into the Dwemer Lake. That could be a thing. The other rewards I don't really care about. And then we'll pretty much be good. Just bring some Kraken ribbons for leveling up and pretty much let everything else. I'm gonna bring a training ribbon just for Baldwin just to be able to hit, and then we'll be good. Just because his accuracy sucks.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves.
So there are my ribbons.
Burn out this evil.
For those of you wondering, because I have to say this every few episodes, the ribbons are from the Cerebral's District Reworks.
Gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for.
They basically replace your districts, so I don't have the normal districts that you get from the normal game. You kind of still buy the districts, but instead of getting their passive buffs, they kind of rework that. So let's mark one of the scratchers just for the trapper for now. Gonna do slink back.
Devastating blow.
And instead you get those which are a consumable that you might get 0 a week. You might get up to like 4 depending upon the district. Things like that. So they're handy because you can put them on any character, but at the same time you might get none, in which case they're absolutely worthless.
Their formation is broken.
I really should have gone at the Nymphs first, but they're a little bit harder to hit. You know what, we'll just continue taking these guys out. Maybe we'll get the corpse. And then I can from above on these two. Oh, that's a cool little move. Throws bear traps at them. We can take one of these out. Only one nymph left.
A faint hope blossoms. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Gonna get my skins there because that's money. We're gonna heal. A little bit of damage there, and then we're gonna bleed. That's that. Okay.
Give them no quarter.
One skin is one skin. Don't need the deed. Weald Adventures. Alright. Oh, the Dule tree. Cool. And then the reason I'm leveling up the apprentices rather than just going for the veterans and the champion stuff at this point, or like the bosses. I meant to use a torch there. Not letting me use a torch since he's so big. Is because I actually do expect more than a few losses on some of the bosses. Like, one boss in particular, I'm expecting at least one party wipe on. It's going to be pretty bad. Because I've never fought him and I know he's going to be really hard. So we'll kind of see what happens there, but I'd rather have like as many heroes as I can maxed out for when I go for them. So that's why I'm leveling up all these people and taking the time to do that. It's not just me trying to buy time and get more episodes out of this. Which is nice and fun because I get to play with more characters, and like that's the whole reason I got the Ripperkin played with. But I do actually expect quite a few deaths on a few bosses. I'm not sure how many we're gonna have, but I'm thinking in particular I'm probably going to lose at least one team on. One of which the one in the farmstead, I'm actually expecting at least one full party wipe just because of how hard I've heard it is, and I've never actually fought it. Do I actually need to? How bad is it bleed? It's not bad, and he's got health. We'll just throw it at Kane and get it bleeding. That way, Varsh does more damage, and we'll mark him. That mark is going to go away pretty quickly though, ain't it? And chop. Bleed and blight. He really does not like Samwell. We can get rid of everything there. And then Fungal Claw for up to 18 with 21 crit. Bleed for more because you're bleeding and marked. Bleeding for 10, he's down.
Weapon that cuts on its own.
Jade, Gold, Charm of the Isles, Counter Strike. That's never gonna get old.
Binary risks life and limb.
Search this.
Wealth
Take what we
beyond
can. In we go.
measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Anything in the coffin, I wonder? Well, first we're going to mark weak point on the scratcher. So we're gonna decaying these two. Slinking back. Got one with a blight, and then we'll chop him. He goes down.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Bleeding him again. Blinding knife on the acolyte, just because stress reasons. It's bleeding for 6, it has 5 health left. Fungal claw scratcher moving forward. Lights out.
Slow death, unforeseen,
Chop coffin.
forgiving.
There's something in it. Take the opportunity to top up de-stress a little bit. And then we'll bleed it. Down it goes.
The enemy crumbles.
Don't really need this citrine, we'll trade it out for the gold. Use Samuel with a keep.
Trick of the light.
Got me off guard. It got me off guard! Ay, ay, ay. Move back.
Festering fear.
Blinding knife.
consumes the mind.
How bad's the stress? That's not bad at all. We're gonna slink back. Moving. Actually, you're gonna revenge. Then serrated cane again, moving back. Fungal claw, moving forward. I think that can move him forward. Maybe not. That's the wrong move. You are going to guiding attack for now, just so I don't get things all messed up. Owie. That's a bleed too.
Strike.
Move forward. Heal Samuel. Blinding knife. Come on, debuff. There we go. Fungal claw. Oh no. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Oh shit. Hey, Baldwin buddy, you're fine, right? I wanted to get it bleeding so it would go down, but as long as the mimic goes, he comes back.
Perhaps the turning point.
Yes, your greed did get the best of you there, buddy.
Expedition at least promises success.
Get rid of the deeds for the other trapezohedron because I can't stack them into 3s. So that counted as a battle room right there. So there's at least one more battle room. I'm gonna keep the bandage.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
You know who might be fun to play with? The Basilisk. Get another trinket off him. I don't know if this group would be good for him, but he'd be fun to play with. We're going to slink back. Blinding Knife one of the Nymphs. Get it bleeding. Heal Samwell. Chop. Bleed them both. There we go. Fungal Claw, the one that's in front, and it's down, no corpse. Jugular Shot, the one in back. It's getting rid of its bleed, I believe. Nope, okay. Just gonna chop on this one because the Scratcher goes down on its next turn. Healing Samwell. Jugular Shot the one in back.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Taking out Nymph. And chop. Taking what we can, leaving the rest.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
And he should appear at any time now. Just gotta be below 50 torch, I believe it was for him. I really should have saved torches. That way I could go back up to full light when I fight him.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
Ah, well. Why only 2 Nymphs? Okay, that one's bleeding. Gonna get the other one, and then I can heal and take him out. Or Priscilla can. It bleeds out.
Another one falls.
There we go.
Be wary.
Looks like I don't need...
Precipitates a dizzying fall.
I don't need my keys, yeah. Alright, continuing on. Shovel through this.
A handsome reward.
There's a torch.
For a task well performed.
Bit late now, but that's fine. And I don't think that battle can be him. But if I get a battle along the way, this could be my Basilisk. One could have hoped. Chop. Or Hugh, rather. And everything but the Fusilier is down. Who couldn't hit the broadside of a barn? No corpse, that makes me sad. Go away now, thank you.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Alright, trap. Bypass that, bypass that.
These shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
I'd be really sad if this is a mist trap.
Nature herself.
Mist wall, rather.
A victim to the spreading corruption. Malformed with misintent.
Alright, taking what we can. I'm gonna get rid of those, and we can take the money over the food. Last fight. All right. Let's bleed one of the artillery. Next turn I bleed it for even more. We're going to slink back just to get the extra damage from stealth. Chop. Bleed.
Masterfully executed.
And watch them all go. Oh no, Samuel's actually, oh no, Samuel's marked. that could be bad. He does have 20 dodge. So we have that going for him. They hit through the 20 dodge. At least he has 1 health. Alright, blinding knife, let's get the scratcher. It actually goes down, wow. Alright, well, old blood heals Samuel. Both the scratchers go down. It doesn't really matter what I do here. Unfortunately, gonna lose that corpse. And that one. Jugular shot again. I at least get to skin 1. I get to skin 1. It's money in the bank, baby. And then we can take down this one. Just need to hit for 9. Just need to hit for 7. We can do 7, right, Baldy? Chop away.
Destroyed.
Hey, 2 skins.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
That's the Weald for us.
Driving out corruption is an endless battle.
Money is money. I didn't really put anything into their skills this time around, if I remember right. So I'll take the 25,000. Wow. Well, Samuel hit level 2, right? And everyone else is on the cusp. Got natural once again, which is what it is. I'm probably not going to be using it, but it is. It's not bad. And then we got Phengophobia, so plus stress if torch above 75. He's afraid of the light. Awesome.
Trouble yourself not with the cost of this crusade. Its noble end affords you...
Got a level 2 Ripperkin to replace our dead one. So that's awesome. Because that, last time I had her out, she just got absolutely annihilated. Can only go to the Cove if I want to level up apprentices. Otherwise, I can go to the farmstead, the Warpstone Mine. What's this? Is that part of 2 different sets there? I just realized that. Let me look this up really quick. Where is my Crystalline Herald? Here you are. Okay, so Herald's pet. Oh no, but it is part of this set right here, which is minus food consumed, which isn't the biggest thing to me, but it does offset the burn rate from Crescent Luna Moth, which is nice because the extra torch burn rate is not something I like, and otherwise Crescent Luna Moth is a very wonderful pet for her. But the extra torch burn rate is, yeah. I'm not sure that's worth just getting the minus food consumed on her though, if I'm being totally honest. I guess I didn't have the light bearing crystals. I also read on her, page that she has 2 trinkets that you can only get by interacting with Curios in Farmstead Plus with her, and they're like a 5% chance to get. So those might be some of the things I'm missing. The other half of they're my precious friends and something else probably. Nomad Wagon, is there anything else I would like? Not really. Okay. Just really wanted to double check that before I went and did something. So going into Cove, just leveling these people up some more. We're going to be going in with Uni the Oni, just because she can obliterate things, quite aptly named for the skill I'm going to be using the most, but because she's in the front row and I can use Inexorable Advance to also stun things and mark herself, so obliterate does more damage. So she's going to be marking herself. Since she's marked, obliterate does more damage and has more accuracy. Those bonuses also apply to her riposte for 1 round. We have Mountain Breaker if she ever gets out of row 1. And then she'll also do plus 60% damage to anything size 2 or plus accuracy versus size 2. That's all the little mini bosses I'm going to find in there. Those bonuses will also then apply to her post. And then Unfettered Spirit just for minus stress, things like that, clearing horror, blah blah blah. Abaki Inro, of course, which is the trinket I love the most on her. That way I don't have to use On Pie or anything like that to get a riposte on her. I don't have to use it every few rounds. She just, on any attack she does, applies the riposte to her. Her riposte just doesn't do as much damage and has more crit on it. I worded that wrong. Her riposte doesn't have as much damage, so it does minus 35% damage, but on the offhand it has plus 12 crit, so it does crit more often, doing more damage. So it's a little weird. And then we have the hero's hairpin, so more armor piercing, more 25% more damage. She has a higher stun chance, but her one range skill that I have, Inexorable Advance, will crit less often. So Yoni will be an absolute unit in here, especially versus the mini bosses if I can get Mountain Breaker off on them. Belmis, our Arbiter, is going to be changed up a little bit. He will be using Raptorial Nature, of course, however, which is going to be made better by the Murderer's Mark that we have, upping the accuracy of melee skills, upping Raptorial Nature's damage. Burst will be doing less damage, and Riposte on hit will be buffing himself by 10% damage. And I do have Burst on him, which does more damage to humans. However, I have Concussive Shot on him rather than Lightning Hands this time around, so he doesn't have as many free actions. He does have Eagle Eye still, but Burst does minus 90% damage versus position 1 and 2, and minus 25% damage versus position 3-4. Also has pretty good knockback and debuffs them for minus 20% damage. Then Eagle Eye for free action, buffing accuracy and damage on someone and helping both him and someone else to ignore stealth. Then we have the Crescendo box, so he gets plus speed and plus damage. Varsh, that's how it told me to pronounce the name, is going to be our healer and debuffer. Confusion Spores minusing accuracy, defensive traps activating your riposte, Skin Prey to get me money, and medicinal spores upping blade resistance and healing. The toll here, I'm just not swearing because monetization reasons, giving me a plus debuff chance for Confusion Spores going off easier. It does lower his death blow resistance, so I do have to be a little careful there. And the Ancestor's Portrait so that he can level up faster. And yes, I know I can swear a few times a video, blah blah blah. It's just an extra box I have to tick, and if I don't tick that box, YouTube gets a little wonky with me, and I usually don't swear as is. So yeah, I just don't. And then we have McBain, our new Ripperkin, with the Nokogiri again, plus 5 accuracy, plus 20% damage if in normal or bloodlust, and then minus 20% damage if she's in sated mode. And then we have Dwayne, so the Dwayne the Rock trinket, so she has plus 30% stun chance, which is going to come into play in a second, and minus 30% speed, so she is a little bit slower, and she's in rank 4 for a reason. So we have Blood as Fuel. She can only use this in rank 1, and that's going to be her highest damage attack and her highest bleed attack. We have Bloody Gust for when she's in rank 2. I guess Bloody Gust is her highest bleed attack, and if she's in Bloodlust, it will restore her but also damage her, and is an AoE hitting ranks 2 and 3. She's in rank 4 because I want her using Day of Ruin. When she uses this from rank 4, she's going to shuffle herself. She gets put in a random spot. That's why we have Blood as Fuel and Bloody Gust. So as long as she doesn't get put in rank 3, which she can't use anything from, it looks like, except for Rev Up. And she can't also move, which is going to be a kind of a wonky thing, so I gotta be a little careful there. So Day of Ruin here, stuns, hits all 4 of them, has a 60% stun, so with Dwayne that's a 90% stun on all the targets. That's a 40% minus damage modifier, and can actually bleed if she's in Bloodlust mode, but it looks like this could be a pretty good move, and I want to kind of try it out. We're gonna see how that does. I'm just really hoping she doesn't end up in rank 3. We're gonna have to see how that works, because if she does end up in rank 3, I am actually screwed, because once again, she can't move out of rank 3. So we're gonna have to see. And I'm gonna have other people move for her, which I really don't like doing. So we'll see what happens here, but like I said, going into the Cove, it's a medium, we're gonna have fun. Full stack of shovels, few bandages just in case, medicinal herbs, few keys, few extra torches just because of the fog walls, kraken ribbons. What is her accuracy on this stuff? 95, 90, 105. I do want the training ribbons then, just because. And I am going to bring a yellow hand for the scouting, and then we'll call it that, right? I'm tempted to bring an Anathenum for him, but he has a 145 debuff chance. We'll be fine without the Anathenum.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares.
Then training ribbon here. And then it was Belmus who needed the other training ribbon. And we're gonna... Ooh, yellow hand on Belmus. And 100% of room battles, so we gotta go down. Alright, let's have some fun. So I've never actually used Concussive Shot. However, we need to get Raptorial Nature up, so we're gonna go at the Grouper. Because that gives him his riposte. That needs to be our rank, or always our #1 move. Then we're going to Defensive Traps on Wamita because she doesn't have too much health and can hurt herself. Feed the beast, get him up. They have Ruin. Let's see if we stun anything.
Continually onslaught.
Okay, that's fun.
Destroy them all.
Advancing, stunning the Sea Maggot, or just taking it out, getting a riposte up. We have 3 ripostes.
Eradicated.
I think you just shattered his skull. Not just smacked him, you shattered the skull against the wall or just with your hand. And then you can obliterate.
Obliterated. Be wary. Triumphant pride.
Default party order.
A dizzying fall.
That's why we brought extra torches, those walls. I did not think that Day of Ruin would actually do that much. Just being totally honest. Okay, so defensive traps, Wamita. There we go. Good thing that wasn't a stun. Advancing, stunning the Stinger. Feed the beast. Day of Ruin.
As the fiend falls.
Right back into row 1, wow.
Blossoms.
Raptorial. So now we got 2 corpses there. I'm gonna skin that shit. Alright, Blood is Fuel, taking out Shaman.
Disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
And then, Raptorial's gonna do more damage. Obliterate.
Confidence surges as the enemy.
Thank you for the 2 skins. I'm gonna leave the deeds, they're like worthless to me. I like Day of Ruin. I like Day of Ruin. Trapper for the trap, disarming. Bypassing that, torching up. I probably should have brought more torches, but
Beyond measure.
that's fine.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Going down, grabbing torch, de-stressing with trap. Not going down any further because it's worthless. It's empty room. Going to battle. Food, gold, leaving rust.
Often attracts unwanted attention.
Gold. Torch. Hey, Goblin Sappers. Defensive traps. Huh. Eagle Eye. Raptorial. That's on you, buddy. I love whoever did that voice. Whoever did that voice did a great Goblin voice, by the way.
I devastating blow.
Advancing. Oh, 500 stun resistance. I didn't realize that. By the way, Dave Room.
Formation is broken.
Did you just clear them all, McBain? I think I gave her the right name. Jeez. Oh, man. Oh, this is not fair. This is not fair at all. Well, let's set up the trap. Plus damage, plus accuracy. Raptorial on Grouper.
Decimated.
Oh. I feel really bad now. I mean, this has to be the opening. It's the only thing she can do from row 4. Did I not stun him?
These nightmarish creatures can...
For the record, I did not think that this was gonna be like round 1 clearing. I did not think it was gonna be doing this much damage. I don't know how I can prove that. But
Another mariner? Another misfortune?
I was setting this group up thinking like, yeah, I was gonna clear things on, well, like turn 3. I was going for the single target damages with these two. I was even thinking I was going to be doing that with Wamita here, not going for the extra actions. Or McBain, my bad. I was thinking after I did the 1 AoE, I was going for like Blood as Fuel, maybe Bloody Gust if I got lucky. I wasn't even gonna be using the extra action unless it was an emergency. I can't believe it's that good.
As the light gains purchase,
Now, this is
purpose
Apprentice.
is made clear.
This is Apprentice. I don't know how good it gets.
Glittering gold, trinkets and...
You can assume that by champion, when there's big bulky enemies, this kind of play wouldn't work. You know, if there's 2 Ouya Crushers or whatever.
A handsome reward for a task well performed.
See, Orcadian, here we go. And I don't even get my Day of Ruin because Wamita went straight into 2. Oh, I need to go get her into 1 just because of Blood as Fuel. We're gonna Bloody Gust first of all, getting rid of the Aegis. He resisted that, of course. Gonna defensive traps first, and then we'll start lowering his accuracy. Upping damage on Uni. Then we'll concussive shot because that's what we can do from here. We'll move forward later.
Impressive.
Just for the mark. Gotta move forward by 1 just so I can use Raptorial. Spores for the minus accuracy. I'd really like for her to be able to move, but that's not going to be a thing, it looks like. Just for the damage potential here. Confusion Spores trying to get the... Oh, that's only for 1 round, really. Raptorial. Now we're going to do Blood is Fuel just because this does more damage as a base. There we go.
And power.
Bonk. I could be doing Mountain Breaker, but that's going to screw with things, it looks like. Oh, don't be doing that. At least I can heal if I needed to. Lowering accuracy again. Raptorial. Blood is Fuel. Nice little bleed. Obliterate. We're not marked anymore, but he's going down, so that's fine. Bonk.
Champion falls.
Thank you.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely...
Alright, how long do we gotta go? Not much. Taking Trapezohedron, taking Key, and we'll take the Linens over the Anti-Venom. Default party order. Revenge was gotten for Wamita.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Another Goblin Sapper. Alright, defensive. Gonna do some math here. So 5 to 10, or yeah, 5 to 10. Raptorial and Guardian, just because he has the most health here. He's gonna be hardest to take out. And Dave Rune.
The ground quakes.
Then we're going to obliterate. Let's get rid of the grouper.
Destroyed.
And I'm gonna have a corpse to skin.
Light the fuse! Oh, my homie!
Yeah, you can't do anything about the goblin that's about to blow up. That missed. You had one job, and you missed.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
I was hoping I would scout and see if I needed the shovels or the torches. We can get rid of the bandages. Yeah, that's safe.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Screw it. Default party order. Map inside. There we go.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly...
Get rid of shovel. Doesn't look like I need torch. Use torches.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow.
Oh well. This is gonna be quick. Just starting with her, fine.
Executed with impunity.
I'd say they were executed.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Default party order. We're gonna pop the firewood just so I have space. We're gonna feast for the stress so I don't have a food check in the next area.
Without hope.
Gonna use all the food I can. Then Coven tactics. Ferocious web, prevent nighttime ambush. I don't have a thing on. I forgot to buy the skill, so I don't have nature provides, so that's my loss. It's going down. Reminisce. Wonder what would happen if I did a terrible night and ferocious web, because that would guarantee a nighttime ambush and prevent a nighttime ambush. I'm not, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna figure out. So I used it in this order: prevent nighttime ambush and then guarantee a nighttime ambush. So I'm guessing the guarantee overrides the prevent. We're gonna find out.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
I was mistaken. It's either whatever happens first or the prevent overrides the guarantee. Alright. Give the riposte, Day of Ruin.
The blood.
Oh, that actually didn't do too much that time. Eagle Eye. Raptorial on Bosun.
And improvement.
Advance on Grouper. I got me a skin. Oh, do I have to? I don't want to take out the corpse. Good, I didn't take out the corpse. You're the only one who can hit the Sea Slater. Sea Slater down just due to that. I'm gonna do that just so I can skin my prey. Pass just because I can't do anything else, and then we're gonna heal, and then I'm assuming someone can hit him.
Annihilated.
That satisfying crunch, man. Alright, take the ruby, take the prize skin, we're gonna take the gold, then citrine. And that's gonna be that. Take what we can. Giving up the medicinal herbs for the gold, and we'll be on our way. Hi guys. I forgot to put her back in row 4. That's fine. No Day of Ruin. Just Gustum. One deep stinger actually goes down just from that. Diphtheria.
A death by inches.
What is that one? Minus 25% damage and plus light resistance. Interesting. Interesting. Raptorial on Deep Stinger. No jellyfish in my hood. And then I'm assuming he goes forward. He's not in rank 2, he doesn't do his blowdown. Skin. Give me that. And then we'll take these two out. Got a bloody gust. Kinda surprised he didn't go down. Speaking of, I think that's the most damage we've taken not in a mini boss. I hardly had to heal at all, which is kind of surprising.
Victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Is there anything I can give up for the 1,000? Yeah, I suppose I can give up the 400 gold there. Can take the onyx, and then that's the 1 jade isn't worth that. All right, cool. Default party order, just in case this is a mimic. Actually had a bigger chance of being a mimic here. All right, cool.
Wholesome marine life can flourish, if indeed there is such a thing.
Not anymore, there isn't. All right, 30,000 gold. crystallized flower for the crystalline herald, plus stress relief received, minus stress, and minus blight chance, and then pre-mentioned 30,000 gold. Got the disease on Uni. She also got Black Lung, minus speed after first round, minus crit after first round, minus damage after first round. So she's rocking a minus 30% damage. I need to fix that. She also got Lithe, which is plus 20% damage. Standard Bearer on Belmus. I'm going to be locking that in. Natural on McBain. Ruin Scrounger on Varsh. And Phangophobia. Again, I'm getting that a lot. A lot of people afraid of the light here. Is that because they're seeing so much stuff in the Abbey here?
Mile markers on my road to damnation.
I'm gonna get rid of Black Lung first. And Belmus had the Standard Bear. At the Stagecoach. So I do have that. Okay. I was like, I thought my Duchess died, but no. Am I blind? Yeah. I'm like, I didn't lose Ludra. Am I just blind? Okay. So don't need anyone there that I can remember. I had wanted these a while ago, and I don't think they're gonna be good versus anyone anymore. So I'm just gonna leave those. Now, there's a very good use for Gordon's Feather. Gordon's Feather here, so I actually am gonna grab this. There are some very good case uses for that trinket. Let me bring up one of the people I was thinking of. So that trinket I just bought, Gordon's Fetter, is really good on, say, like the sisters, because if you have her in rank 2 and you're using either Trespass or Crimson Dance, armor piercing if not in rank 1. So you can just spam Trespass, and as long as she, I forget the order this happens in, but she's immobilized. She can't move out of whatever rank she's in. So as long as you do an action like transforming, she gets immobilized, and then you use whatever other action you want her to that makes her stay in, say, like rank 2. You need her to be in rank 2 for Crimson Dance. You can just spam Crimson Dance or get the armor piercing effects from Trespass, things like that. Or if you wanted Quinn in rank 2 for whatever reason, characters like that could do really, really well with Gordon's Fetter. So that is a layup that you can think of. Or if you want them to stay in rank 3 rather than 4, and they have a move back effect, things like that. Another one that you could have done that with, and you didn't get the trinket that I recently did. Why can't I find my heroes recently? I am just blind today. I know I have her. There we go. Julia the Cataphract. You wanted to spam Onslaught, you could, because she would never move out of rank 4 with Gordon's Fetter. So those are things to think about with trinkets like that would immobilize her. It does make her go a bit slower, and it does make her not get like another damage trinket, things like that. But if you have heroes that would move out of a slot that you don't have someone to like dance with them with, or you don't have a way of getting them back into the rank that you need them to quickly, that's a really good trinket. Or you have someone that you absolutely want to stay in rank 1 and you're going up against a boss that has movement effects, think about using that. Food for thought. Really good trinket. It's come in clutch in a few of my previous runs, so just think about it. Anyway, stopping that rambling. Surprised I got the Weald to level 7. Was not thinking about that at all. So that's nice that everything's kind of maxed out now. So I think next time the plan is still going to be leveling up heroes. Whatever that's going to look like, I'm not sure yet, but probably either still veterans or apprentices. Just seeing what we can get up to champion levels and continue from there. And then that'll be the plan for next time. So as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.